Yes, in the last lecture, we have discussed about stress strain curve of the mind stream. In last lecture, we have discussed about the stress strain curve for the rectangular mind stream. So here, based on the stress strain curve, why we need to study this stress strain curve for the different materials? To know the mechanical properties of the material, we used to study about the stress strain curve of the material. Suppose if you want to know the mechanical properties of any material, so we are going to conduct a tensile test, okay, which we have discussed in the last class. So we are going to conduct a tensile test, okay. In that test, we are going to apply the load. We are going to apply the tensile load step by step until that material breaks down. Okay, in tensile test, what we are going to do means we are going to apply the tensile load, okay, step by step until that material gets break down. And for each load, we are going to note down the force applied, okay, and by that we are going to calculate the stress and strain. Okay, by taking the stress strain values for each load, we are going to draw the stress strain diagram or stress strain curve. Okay, so this will be the stress strain curve for ductile material or any ductile material or mild steel. Okay, if you take any ductile material, the stress strain curve will be like this. Okay, mild steel is also one of the ductile material. Okay, so here similarly, if you want to study about the mechanical properties of any particular material, the same tensile test is conducted. Okay, so the stress strain curve will be plotted. Okay, from various stress strain curve for the different materials, one of the scientists, his name is Cook. One of the scientists, he given a statement. Okay, based on the stress strain curve for different materials. Okay, he given a statement. So what is his statement? And he framed a law. That law is stress is directly proportional to strain within the elastic limit. So this is the elastic range here written. Up to this, the material behaves elastically. So when you apply the load up to this point of stress, okay, the material behaves elastically. What do you mean by elastically? Yes, the elastic behavior or elasticity is nothing but it is the ability of the material to regain its original size and shape after the removal of the load. Okay, when the loads are removed, the material is able to regain its original size and shape. So that property is called as the elastic property. So up to this point of stress or up to this point of load, the material behaves elastically, and up to this point, stress is directly proportional to strain. So here you can see that this curve is linear up to this point. Okay, it means as the stress increases with the same rate, the strain also increases. जितना यहाँ पे stress increase होता है, उतना ही strain भी increase होता है. अब यहाँ पे ये point पे ले तो जितना stress increase होता है, 10% stress increase होने, तो strain भी 10% ही होगा. तो ये point पे लेने सिर्फ 2% stress increase हुआ तो यहाँ पे strain भी 2% increase हो रहा है. That is the mean. Stress is directly proportional to strain. ये कब तक रहेगा? Up to elastic point. Elastic point cross हुआ, then stress is not proportional to strain. Are you getting? So based on the stress strain curve for different materials, not only for ductile material, for different who conducted tensile test on different materials. Okay, and he plotted stress strain curve for different materials. Okay, so based on all these stress strain curve for different materials, he came to one statement or one law. That law is stress is directly proportional to limit. Stress is directly proportional to strain within elastic limit. Hooke proposed a law. He given a statement: stress is directly proportional to strain within elastic limit. Are you getting? So he made a statement. Okay. So here now stress is directly proportional to strain. Okay. So now I want to remove this proportionality sign. So what do you have to do? We have to take constant, any constant. So if I want to replace this proportionality sign by equal sign, so I have to take one constant. So that constant I will take it as capital E. Okay, and strain as it is I will take down epsilon. Are you getting? So here Hooke has given a statement: stress is directly proportional to strain within elastic limit. Okay, so how this statement has came? How this law is framed? Based on the stress strain curve for different materials. Okay, so here now if I want to replace this proportionality sign by equal sign, then I have to take one constant. So that constant I have taken it as capital E, and this capital E is nothing but Young's modulus. This constant is proposed, or this constant is introduced by the scientist. His name is Young. Okay, and this constant is called as Young's modulus. Are you getting? This constant T we call as a Young's modulus, and this constant is found by the scientist name as Young. Okay, Young's modulus. So Young's modulus. Now if I express Young's modulus by using stress resistance, how can I express Young's modulus? How can I express it? यहाँ पे ये करो. E is equal to what happens here?
E is equal to stress
Sigma divided by epsilon. If you want to express Young's modulus, you have to express like this: stress divided by strain. Are you getting it? This equation is taken from this equation only. If you want to find, or if you want to calculate the Young's modulus of any material, okay, you have to calculate by using this formula or by using this equation. Are you getting? Okay, and every material is having Young's modulus. Okay, so that is also one type of parameter of the material. Okay, if you want to calculate Young's modulus, okay, if you want to find Young's modulus, you have to use this equation. Okay, so you have to remember this. Okay, suppose in examination, or if you want to define Young's modulus, the ratio of stress to the strain, that is called Young's modulus. Young's modulus is defined as the ratio of stress to the strain. Okay, in some book, this Young's modulus is also called as tensile modulus. Tensile modulus, and also this Young's modulus is also called as modulus of elasticity. All are same, don't get confused. Modulus of elasticity. Are you getting? This Young's modulus is also called as tensile modulus or modulus of elasticity. Don't get confused. While solving the problem, okay, they will give the value of this Young's modulus. Okay, so sometimes they will mention the word tensile modulus. Sometimes they will mention the Young's modulus as modulus of elasticity. Okay, don't get confused. All are same. Okay. So next, this is what about the Hooke's law. What is Hooke's law? Stress is directly proportional to strain. Okay, within elastic limit. Okay, in examination they ask many times, define Hooke's law. Okay, Hooke's law is defined as the stress is directly proportional to strain within elastic limit. जब भी Hooke's law का क्या था नहीं, तो ये दिमाग में आना. Okay, are you getting? So now we shall go for the important formulae. You want to note down? Let's check out. So now we shall go for the formulae. Okay. So by using those formulae, we are going to solve the problems. And these problems were asked in your previous exams many a times. बहुत बार पूछे हुए प्रॉब्लम्स है. तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए हमको थोड़े बहुत यहाँ पे फॉर्मूले याद रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So for those formulas, I will try to one by one. Percentage of elongation. So if you want to, so when the tensile test is conducted, what is tensile force? The forces which are acting away from the body. When the tensile forces are applied on the body gets elongated. So how much percentage of elongation is taken place? To calculate that, we have this formula, percentage of elongation. So here, LF minus yellow divided by yellow. Note down this. Into 100. Okay. Where LF is equal to final length or length of failure. फाइनल लेंथ बोले तो उसके बाद एक्सटेंड नहीं होता, उसके बाद ब्रेक डाउन होता, दैट इज फाइनल लेंथ. ओके. और लेंथ ऑफ फेल्यूर मतलब कौन से लेंथ पे फेल हुआ, ब्रेक डाउन हुआ. ओके. येलो इज व्हाट? ओरिजिनल लेंथ. ओरिजिनल लेंथ और गेज लेंथ. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय गेज लेंथ? ऑलरेडी कहीं तो पढ़े रखे. What do you mean by gauge length? So the length which is considered for the test. अभी total length जो है नहीं मटेरियल का टेस्ट करना चाहते हैं. ओके. टोटल लेंथ मटेरियल का टोटल लेंथ है समझो 10 और 100 mm करके पकड़ो. टोटल लेंथ जो है 100 mm. But for conducting the test I will consider only this much length. कितना लेंथ कंसीडर करो. ये जो भी यहाँ पे इसमें ये पार्ट में डिफॉर्मेशन होता नहीं, ये और ये वो हम कंसीडर नहीं करते. तो टेस्ट के लिए जितना लेंथ आप कंसीडर करते हैं उसे गेज लेंथ बोलते हैं. अभी यहाँ पे देखो इतना लेंथ समझो 80 mm. 80 mm. तो टेस्ट कंडक्ट करने के लिए मैं 80 mm उतना कंसीडर करता हूँ. मतलब ये जो 80 mm में जो भी हो रहा है, मतलब इलॉन्गेशन हो रहा है, जो भी स्ट्रेसेस डेवलप हो रहे हैं, जो भी एक 80 mm हो रहा है उतना कंसीडर करता हूँ. ये जो पार्ट मैंने जो नहीं कंसीडर किया उसमें कुछ भी हो जाए आई वोंट बॉदर. आर यू गेटिंग? सो द लेंथ व्हिच इज कंसीडर्ड फॉर द टेस्ट, सो दैट लेंथ वी कॉल्ड एज ए गेज लेंथ. समझ में आ रहा? टोटल लेंथ इज डिफरेंट, गेज लेंथ इज डिफरेंट. गेज लेंथ इज नथिंग बट द लेंथ व्हिच इज कंसीडर्ड फॉर द टेस्ट. ओके. समटाइम्स पूरा कंसीडर करते लेंथ टेस्ट कंडक्ट करने के लिए पूरा लेंथ कंसीडर कर. तो जब टोटल लेंथ भी सेम होता ये शुड भी सेम होता. आर यू गेटिंग? सो नेक्स्ट परसेंटेज ऑफ रिडक्शन. परसेंटेज ऑफ रिडक्शन इन cross section area. So here during the tensile test, as the length increases or elongation takes place, cross section area decreases. Cross section area बोले तो ये. Okay, cross section area decreases. Okay, कितना परसेंट डिक्रीज हुआ? That can be find by this formula. रिडक्शन इन क्रॉस सेक्शन रिडक्शन होगा, रिड्यूस होगा. Okay, so to find out that percentage of reduction in cross section area, this is the formula. AO minus AF divided by AO into 100. So where AO is equal to original cross section area. Okay, AF is what? Cross section during the cross section area of failure or final cross section area, or cross section area at failure. समझ में? तो यहाँ पे AF मतलब क्या है? जब ब्रेकडाउन होते रहता, ब्रेकडाउन होने से पहले आपकी लेंथ इंक्रीज होते होते क्या होगा, वो क्रॉस सेक्शन बहुत छोटा हो जाता है. वो ब्रेक होने से पहले जितना क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया था नहीं, दैट इज फाइनल क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया. ओके, और एरिया फेलियर, क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया फेलियर. ओके, नेक्स्ट थर्ड फार्मूला, लिमिट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी. So what is limit of proportionality? We have discussed it in the last class. Okay. Limit of proportionality is defined as the load or force or load, both are same, don't get confused. Force at proportionality limit divided by original cross sectional area. Into the bracket you can write it as AO. Next, breaking stress is defined as load or force at failure divided by original cross sectional area. Next, fifth one, yield stress. And it is denoted by sigma y. Stress always denoted by sigma. Okay, if it is a yield stress, that is denoted by sigma y. Load or force at yield point. What is yield point? We have discussed in the last lecture. Divided by original cross section area. Ultimate stress, it is denoted by sigma u. Okay, load or force at ultimate stress or maximum load divided by original cross sectional area. Next, 7, factor of safety. In short, we call this as a FOS. This is calculated by maximum stress maximum stress divided by working stress. And this factor of safety is different. The formula to calculate factor of safety for ductile material is different, and for brittle material is different. So that I am going to write here. FOS for, or you can write for ductile material, FOS is equal to yield stress divided by working stress. For brittle material, FOS is equal to ultimate stress divided by working stress. Next, so working stress. How do you calculate the working stress or safe stress? Or allowable stress? Or permissible stress? All are same. So that is equal to maximum stress divided by factor of safety. Again, this will be different for ductile material and for brittle material. Okay, for ductile, material, working stress. Working stress is equal to maximum stress, yield stress, not maximum, yield stress divided by factor of safety. For brittle material, working stress is equal to ultimate stress divided by factor of safety. The ninth formula, Young's modulus. Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity, tensile modulus, all are same. That is capital T is equal to what is that formula? sigma by epsilon, stress by strain. Tenth one is true stress. We have discussed about this in the last lecture. True stress is equal to force divided by instantaneous cross section area. जब फोर्स अप्लाई करने का जितना क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया आता है उतना है ओरिजिनल में ओरिजिनल इज डिफरेंट इंस्टेंट इज डिफरेंट जब फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं हर फोर्स को अलग होते जाता है दैट ए क्रॉस एरिया पे एंड true strain is calculated by change in length instantaneous length or previous length or instantaneous length or just write previous length only. Engineering stress plus normal stress. Force करते हैं original process जो भी है. Engineering stress or only stress. Sigma divided by force divided by original cross sectional area. So these are the important formulae to solve the problem. Okay. So in the next class we shall solve the problem. So tomorrow